Greetings and salutations, this is Imperator Vespasian bringing you our next video, which is, it's not really a video on the units, it's a video on the figures that I've managed to convert to this army, and this is giving my Steel Legion a number of heavy weapons. I am one heavy weapon down because it is currently on my gaming table. I'm having to make some new heads and I haven't got around to finishing the heads, and I ran out of milliput, so I'm kind of on a holding pattern to finish this actual squad off. The idea is to have 2 heavy weapon squads, and I need the extra heads, so you know I'm down. The Steel Legion, which is the video I've already done, they come as a standard pack of 10 figures. You don't get any heavy weapons or anything like that. Long story short, which I've already probably told you, we're in Games Workshop. I was explaining to them what I was doing, and he suggested the Militarium Tempestus Scions. And I had a look at the box. I bought the box. I ended up using the Scions, sorry, for my Adeptus Arbitus, which you've already seen the videos on. And these are the heads I used. So if you look at this guy, this is the standard Imperial Guard Cadian Shock Troop, and the helmets are Scion helmets. These helmets that they have on here, which fit in quite well with this army, because the army all use breathers because they live on a toxic planet. The figures are all Imperial Guard figures, but I've added a skirt around the edge, just a little tiny strip of milliput, and I just put it around the edge of each coat, and it makes it look like they're wearing a trench coat, which I think ended up looking really good. So that's the last cannon. Now this cannon and this cannon, I'll just down so you can see it properly. These two are auto cannon, and these are, I've mounted them on wheels because this is a mechanized army, and I kind of figured that mounting them on wheels, they would be pulled behind vehicles and stuff, and it makes them look a little bit more themed, especially as the sidekick has taken the stands, so I need too many stands to put them on, but I thought wheels worked out pretty well. And here they are. One is mounted behind some sandbags. The sandbags you actually get in the standard box anyway, and I've just put I've just stacked the sandbags on top of each other side by side. Little knife sticking out, and that's the sandbags, and these are the crew. The crew are made up of this guy here is actually a lead figure, a Polish figure, and I've painted him up in this uniform because I just thought he was a really good figure and I wasn't using it for anything else, so I thought I'd paint him up. So he works out quite well. He's got a little forage cap on, looks quite good. This helmet is actually a gas mask, which is put underneath the standard helmet, and those two have the basic helmets they come with. Now at the moment they're placeholder helmets because I'm just going to have them on until I get some more Scions, and then I'm going to do head swaps, so all of my gunners will have this head, so they'll all, those heads, so all of them will have the gas mask head. A few of them I'll keep as they are. So that's the auto guns, and I think they came out relatively well. Took a little bit of modifying. I used the standard auto gun weapon, and I added a few bits and bobs just to make it look cool, and these are modified Imperial Guard, cutting the legs off and laying them out and everything, and I think it looks quite good. I did cut the shoulder pads off of the autogun crew, and the main reason I went for that is I wanted them to look more like the regular infantry, so they didn't have armour. But when it came to the las weapons, I decided to leave the shoulder pads on. So these have the shoulder pads on their arms, and the guys manning the auto guns don't. Also this one didn't have any shoulder pads, so you know. But these I've cut off the shoulder pads, and I think they worked out pretty well. I think it's a decent job. So move them out of the way. Then we have these. Now these are the most boring things you could imagine, just standard heavy bolters. I wanted to go in for heavy firepower for, no, not heavy firepower, I wanted to go in for something that could take out medium infantry. Things like Space Marines and stuff, and so I increased my firepower by giving myself some additional shots of heavy bolters. Again, I didn't use the stands because these are actually spare guns from the pack. You get a spare weapon, you always end up with spare weapons, and I just use the spare weapons to put onto these. And these are the spare weapons. Again, the heads are placeholder heads. I will swap them out for proper Imperial Guard heads when I have the spare figures, whereas the spare heads. And that's them. And this guy here, who is quite nice, he's pulling the slide back while firing, and you've got a guy on the ground with the correct head. You see he's got the Cadian head. Just zoom in there. There you go. He's got the Cadian head still on, and I've given him a little breather mask, whereas he's got the proper head, which is the Scion's head. So that's how that worked out. And that's pretty much the army. Well, not army. That's the force we are dealing with. There we go. And that is my heavy weapon teams for my Imperial Guard. There it is. See if I can adjust this up. Give you a better view. Top down, I think that's a bit of a better view for you. As I said, I am missing one gun, and that's an extra last cannon, which I will do when I sort it out. We're not using them yet anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Weapon wise, do I really need to go into the types of weapons? Heavy bolter is a heavy bolter, does D3, that's not bad. You get a last cannon and a auto cannon. So they're all pretty standard, nothing particularly special about it at all. It just gives my Imperial Guard a lot more firepower, that's all. So I think that's pretty much the end of the video. So let me know what you think. Leave any comments you feel like leaving in the comment section, and share, like, all the other stuff. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Imperator Vespasian. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.